Path Radio. Keep it locked. From yard to the street. Path Radio. Keep it locked. Greetings, Massive. Are you ready? Welcome to season 4 of your favorite Caribbean podcast, the Island Heat Radio Show. We are your hosts. I'm Lady Laleebela, and this is
DJ Superpec.
You done know this episode is brought to you by the APAP Media Group. APAP Media Group is a creative video and photo streaming company specializing in podcasts, multi-camera recording, and live streaming. Of course, you can contact them at info@apapmedia.com.
That is right. Thank you to our sponsors each and every time. Now, as always, we've got a great show lined up for you. Here on Island Heat, we discuss the best in Caribbean music, culture, trending topics, and of course, we interview the island movers and shakers. And of course, we're going to test your knowledge with our all things Caribbean trivia and find out how Caribbean are you really? You know, how well do you know the Caribbean? And at the top of the hour, 10 p.m., we will be counting down the top 10 songs right here in the ATL by our Caribbean artists and producers who are living here in Atlanta.
And hold on to your seat, ladies and gentlemen, as we give you today's theme, which is Aruba. Yes. Now, Aruba officially, the country of Aruba, in 1986 became a constituent island country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands in the southern Caribbean Sea, north of the Venezuelan Peninsula, and the Paraguay and northwest of Curacao. Now, Aruba is geologically located in South America, lying in the South American continental shelf. Alongside Bonaire and Curacao, Aruba forms a group referred to the ABC Islands. The Dutch Caribbean encompasses the A, B, and C Islands, along with the other substantial islands, the SSS Islands. Beautiful. Now, as you may know, in contrast to the rest of the Caribbean, Aruba experiences more of a dry climate and an arid, exotic landscape. Now, the relatively warm and sunny weather persists throughout the year.
You know what? I'm very surprised to learn that because Aruba, I've just always just thought of island paradise similar to all the other islands. Right. So to find out that it has more of a desert kind of a landscape and it's dry like that, it's really kind of surprising.
It's cool though, you know. It's nice that they have warm weather throughout and sunny weather.
Yeah, definitely. And officially part of South America and not part of the Caribbean.
Correct. And then something else that stands out is that they are mainly Dutch speaking. Given the population of 108,000, Aruba is home to about 1/3 of the total population of the Dutch Caribbean. Now, as one of the 4 countries in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, alongside Netherlands, Curaçao, St. Martin, and Aruba, they all share the Dutch nationality with its citizens. Now, Aruba lacks administrative subdivisions, but is also divided into 8 regions for census purposes, with Oranjestad as its capital.
All right. Well, big up to Aruba and any Arubans out there. Right?
Yes.
Have you ever met anybody from Aruba?
I've never met an Aruban.
We're in search for Aruban. If there's an Aruban in Atlanta, identify thyself. Okay.
Yes, make yourself known. We're celebrating you today.
Yeah.
Today is about Aruba.
You know, I in seeing the flag, I said to make sure I have to remember that is the Aruban flag. So that when I see somebody, I can, I know where you're from, you know, because you don't see it that often.
That's true.
You know, you don't see it that often.
But luckily for Carnival, which is coming up soon, we got to keep our eyes peeled. We see all different kinds of flags from all over the world. So that's definitely one to look for.
So if somebody comes to you and asks you where you're from, don't be offended, right? Just educate. That's all.
And we are celebrate today.
That's right. Now we're going to jump into our All Things Caribbean Trivia, where we test your knowledge about Caribbean history. Now, today's trivia question is, which island has the world's oldest rum distillery? You know, when it comes to the Caribbean and our rums, you know, that's where you go for rum, right? And I'm a big supporter and advocate. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Do it. So, which one of these beautiful countries?
So we've got number the A would be Martinique.
Right.
B would be Jamaica. C would be St. Croix, and D Barbados.
Okay.
All right. So we'll give everybody a chance to figure out that which is the world's oldest rum distillery. Where is that located? And while you guys look that up, we're gonna go ahead and jump into some music. Now we got history making, as we do right here on the Island Heat Show each and every week. This song is from, you know what? I'm gonna pronounce her name incorrectly.
All right, go ahead. Give it to the people, so that they can tell you what it is.
Alika Scott.
Okay.
All right. And here's why it's just tricky. All right. She's Welsh. Right. That's from Wales. Right. Is that part of the UK?
Yes.
Part of the UK.
It is.
All right. Not part of Great Britain, but part of the UK. See, it gets tricky. It gets tricky. That's going to be on our next trivia. No, not really. Anyway.
The other islands.
So this is Dub Gogalan.
Dub Gogalan.
Reggae in Welsh.
Ooh.
World premiere here on the Island Heat Show. Let's go. That's the voice of Alicia Scott. Welsh history making #1. Welsh language reggae #1. First time ever. Let's go. Second verse.
I'm afraid with time long, the we with more in a vein. Dream that I'm tea, drink when eat my gun, please when tea back in the
That's how we do it right here on the Island Heat Show, y'all. We bring you the latest and the greatest. I'm going to go ahead and post that song on our Instagram page. All right.
Like it.
And I'm going to post the English language translation as well. All right. So make sure y'all go in and check that out. As we continue inside of some new music, this is from the voice of the man Kenny Blessin off of his latest and greatest album, Out on the Road. Yeah, Caught Up. Make sure you go check it. This was number 10 on the countdown last week. It's not on the countdown this week. It's rough out here in the ATL, y'all. Kenny Blessin, let's go.
I saw you last night again in a vision, looking so lovely.
Couldn't believe you took my breath away. Love that I'm feeling, I reach out to touch you, but you were gone again. I hope we'll be lovers, maybe someday even more than friends. Because this love that I've got, spirals fly so high, straight to the mountaintop. No turning back, rivers run dry. My love will never trust me, believe me, it's true. My love will never trust me, believe me, it's true. My love will never die. My love will never die. Full moon tonight again, and I'm wanting you. Feel like romancing. Got my bedroom set for two. Just me and you will fly my magic carpet to the skies. I know you like it. I'll be the genie if you ask it. Just bring your lamp and I will wrap it, girl. Because this love that I've got, spirals fly so high, straight to the mountaintop, and there's no turning back. Rivers run dry. My love will never trust me, believe me, it's true. My love will never trust me, believe me, it's true. My love will never die. My love will never die. No, my love will never, never die.
You know, we had the chance to, the privilege to interview Sly Dunbar right here on the show. And we got a chance to premiere the very first Sly and Robbie released after the passing of Robbie Shakespeare. I've got some new music coming out of the stable. This is some new music. Sly Dunbar. This is called Zoom Dancehall, all right? It's called Let's Party. Soprano Silva.
It's a party, what's on my mind? Sipping Magnum and red wine. No mistaking, it's a night and dating. We gonna party like one of a kind. Into the party, you got to be bold. Step on the dance or lose control. While I'm flossing on my ladies dancing, we gonna party like one of a kind. Me party in the summer, in the winter non-stop. Man I fit touch you, come on a real top of top. Me neat and clean, watch how me woman them fat. Right now me got the city lock and them no better than that. Me swagger and me style, we drop it like it hot. I up the money coil and me vehicle intact. Some people them a want say, oh that boy they so I tell them I love and I promote I will be heard up to the top. Me only concern, the music no slack. Select I keep it clean, me reputation charge up. Go tell taxi gang, we come on the block. We gonna party till the morning when the sun getting hot. It's a party, what's on my mind? Sipping Magnum and red wine. No mistake.
The voice of Soprano Silva, right there. Beat by Sly Dunbar, y'all.
You got to be bold. Step on the dance or lose control. While I'm flossing on my ladies dancing, we gonna party like one of a kind.
Before we get back inside of our trivia, I got one more to go. This is brand new music from Medica. She said, psst. Y'all tell me what you think about this one.
Everywhere I just psst. On the road I just psst. Oh, on my walk I just psst. Every day I just psst. I'm not gonna gamble with my peace of mind. Goodbye myself cause this peace is mine. And if you ever try to cross the line, you are gonna get a piece of my mind. You said hi and look once or twice. Out of respect to say good morning, hi. Now you wanna get some of my time. I carry on, and you go see I and I. It make me tell you this blunt. You can't find me around the ground. Or who you are called clown. Mine you want to leave up and run. And let me tell you this straight. Don't follow me, come on me gate. But set the boundaries and you will try hate. Them you something and me could never break. them fake is not my name. So if my don't answer, my youth is not a shame. Got a lot on my mind, wealth on my brain. You have to deal with your emotional pain. You said from you see me, you know me a fraud. It said I'm a smart, now you call me retard. Home of hype when I pass me, I pass. You're not the reason why I'm left out of me yard. Mama tell you this blunt, you can't stop me run the ground. I who you a car count. Mighty want to live up and run. And let me tell you this straight. Don't follow me, come on me gate. But set the boundaries and you will try hate. Them and stop me and me could never rate. Cause everywhere just on the road I just on the walk I just. You are a bully, but
that means you look good, don't it?
So.
Brand new music from Madika right there. It's called Psst. Yeah. Do ladies still do they find that offensive? Is that a bad thing? I mean, you know.
There are so many words in the English vocabulary vernacular. I think psst is one of the least liked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know.
Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me. All right, there you go. All right. We got to learn a better way of approaching. Yeah.
A simple thing that.
Yeah. But I guess the better than, hey, you guy. Oi, guy.
It just depends who you're talking to, because some gal will answer.
I always say fellas pay the percentages, you know? So if they approach a certain way, ladies, they had some success. I'm pretty sure they had some success. I'm just saying, yeah? If they didn't get no success using that method, they weren't using it. I'm just saying. So you're right. It's up to the lady.
It's the settings.
There you go. There you go. All right. Now let's remind the people of the trivia question for today on our All Things Caribbean Trivia. Now, which Caribbean island has the world's oldest rum distillery? Is it A, Martinique, B, Jamaica, is it C, St. Croix, or D, Barbados? Well, the answer is... Go ahead and let them know.
It is D, Barbados. Since 1703, that's quite a long time, the Mount Gay Rum Company has continued to operate in Barbados. Now, a tour at its visitor center in Bridgetown explains how rum is made from sugarcane and followed by a tasting. Now, there are different varieties of the rum, including Eclipse, its flagship brand, as well as Extra Old, which is also available for purchase.
All right. So, big up Barbados. You know, although I won't get into the conversation about who has the best rum.
All right,
you know,
that's a different story.
They have the oldest rum, but we won't start any international feuds or wars right now. Okay.
Every sugar can is different.
Exactly. You know, but I gotta say, big up to the Demerara in Guyana. Okay. Yeah. And of course the Ray and Nephew in Jamaica. Yeah.
And the street vibes, if you must.
Yeah. Puerto Rico with the Bacardi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And don't forget the Tito's. The Tito's is good, too. But this is the vodka.
I was just about to say, you know, it's a different conversation. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Island Heat Radio Show podcast right here on APAP Radio. We are your host, DJ Superpec.
And I'm Lady Laleebela. And you already know we have to get into what's going on the MP's desk. The beautiful Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport, the Honorable Olivia Babsy Grange, says Jamaican women contribute to national development in all ways. On March 19th, she hosted the celebration of Jamaican women, the International Women's Day banner event at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Now, this wonderful event brought together trailblazers, change makers, and visionaries to honor the power, resilience, and achievements of Jamaican women who continue to break barriers and redefine possibilities. Jamaican women don't just walk in history, they create it. They are warriors, the visionaries, and the heartbeat of progress. Now, in Jamaica, World Poetry Day was also celebrated on March 21st. This day, they celebrated poetry, Jamaican poets, with events like Poetry in Bloom, organized by the National Library of Jamaica and UNESCO. World Poetry Day celebrates one of the humanity's most treasured forms of cultural and linguistic expression and identity. Minister Grange read two of her favorite Jamaican poems for National Day of Poetry and World Poetry Day. And make sure to look out for more poetry in April.
Yes, indeed. Celebrating that is Poetry Month, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take a listen to Minister Grange delivering these two poems, everybody. Two Jamaican poems.
Take it away.
In Jamaica, today is National Poetry Day. And it's also World Poetry Day. It's my pleasure to read from the works of two Jamaican writers. I will start with Market Woman by Daisy Mary. Down from the hills they come, with swinging hips and steady stride, to feed the hungry town. They stirred the steep dark land, to place within the growing seed, and in the rain and sunshine, tended the young green plants. They hoed and dug and reaped. And now, as heaven has blessed their toil, they come bearing the fruits, these handmaids of the soil, who bring full baskets down to feed the hungry town. And now, I read the work of H.D. Carberry. It takes a mighty fire. It takes a mighty fire to create a great people. It takes a mighty fire to smelt true steel. To create and temper steel needs patience and endurance. The mold is not yet made, perhaps, that can unite and make the people one. But more important than the mold is the temper of the steel, the spirit of the people. And when the steel is smelted, and when the steel is tempered, and when the steel is cast, what a people that people will be.
Wow, great works, great works.
Wonderful works. And like she said, the written word, the poetic word is such an influential part of what makes our culture and history so rich.
Indeed. Listen, I remember there's a poem that I just saw on social media the other day that brought me right back to childhood. It was a poem by a comedian Blacker, and it was called Gate Man.
All right.
And if you're not familiar with that one, it's hilarious. Yeah, y'all need to look that up. All right, Jamaican comedian named Blacker, and the piece is called The Gate Man, and the man's serious on his job. Yeah,
I love that.
Right,
I love that.
and he's hired. He said nobody passes without showing ID. Right, so when even the owner pass and never have the ID, yeah, it's a hilarious piece, y'all.
Yes, and there's great humor and wit as well that's carried out in these poetries and these segments. So more life to the poetry and all of the writers across the Caribbean.
Indeed, it's a springtime.
Already, my goodness. And Atlanta's just now starting to, show some signs.
Some signs, they're playing with us a little bit,
The pollen is clear. The pollen is here.
that part. This is when people started to plan their trips for the summer, or some people just need to escape this pollen, especially if you suffer from the allergies and stuff,
Which is right.
So you might want to go ahead and plan a trip down to the Caribbean. Spring in the Caribbean is typically warm, sunny weather, low humidity, a little rainfall. It makes a perfect time to travel and enjoy outdoor activities like relaxing on pristine beaches, swimming in turquoise waters, and snorkeling, exploring, and soaking up that sun. All right, so come on down, book a flight, spend some tourist dollars. Yeah. Now, the spring months, March through May, bring warmest, most pleasant weather. The average temperature is mid-70s to mid-80s Fahrenheit. And it's a good period where, like I said, in the Virgin Islands, they've got stunning beaches. The Puerto Rico, where the hospitality is incredible, the vibrant culture. Antigua, we're famous with their sailing. Also, excuse me, I'll make sure I get my B's right. Bermuda, big on sailing as well. So if you're into any of the boat sports and activities, you want to check out Bermuda as well. Grenada, where it's the home of the Underwater Sculpture Park, which is a very unique attraction anywhere in the world. And of course, the ABC Islands, as we were just talking about, where you can experience limited rainfall, a little bit drier temperature, but just wonderful sightseeing and, of course, the wonderful warm people of the islands. So, plan a trip, y'all.
Visit the Caribbean.
That's what we say. Yeah.
And we're making a connection between the Caribbean and our brothers and sisters over in the motherland. Nigeria and Jamaica will begin their direct flight. And it's something to look forward to. We are finally bridging the gap and giving people more opportunities to be able to now visit the motherland and build that bridge that can connect us in more than just a social and a cultural manner.
That's right. Marcus Garvey did speak of the Black Star Line, right? Yes. And so now it's the Black Airliner.
Yeah, why not?
Right? You can book a flight and be in the motherland, which is something that I've definitely need to do.
Likewise.
Sooner than later,
Likewise. You see these kind of things happening, you make a change. It's time to now prepare yourself for that trip and also see if we could gather more people, because the more the merrier. And I think that it's important for us to be able to visit these places as groups and also share these moments with our friends and family.
Definitely. I want to bring this clip up a little bit earlier than planned. If we can play the piece from Queen Omega's trip to South Africa. She's just touched down in the motherland for the first time, and she got such a royal reception from the people of South Africa. This is Queen Omega, reggae artist from Trinidad and Tobago, who's gained international acclaim from a viral video of her performing a dubplate, No Love dubplate for Little Lion Sound.
Yeah.
And this is just the power of reggae music, of spreading the good word. And it's just wonderful to see somebody returning home and the reception.
Global.
Yes. Now, does it look like she's happy to be in Africa?
What an emotional entrance. Amazing. She's taken just touched down at the airport. The higher heights. Oh my goodness. That almost brought me to tears. That's amazing. I could just tell the happiness and the joy on her face being there in the motherland.
Incredible. So if you're not familiar, make sure y'all get familiar and check it out. Queen Omega, she was there for the Catch a Fire Reggae Festival, which was held at the Soweto Theater on the 22nd. And, they were out in the thousands, well supported, great turnout. And, of course, the performance is always top notch when it comes to Queen Omega. So I would say arguably right now, the number one female reggae singer. That's what I...
boldly said, and I would agree. Absolutely. She's doing her thing. She is active, and she's touring. So, and she's not the only one that's touring and happy about it. I'm sure this next artist also did a little dance when he stepped foot here in the U.S.
We're definitely going to get to that. This is the Island Heat Show right here on APAP Radio. We are your host, DJ Superpec.
And I'm Lady Laleebela. I'm going to get them some tune.
Time to hit some music. This is the voice of Imar Shepherd coming at you with Bless Me.
Oh yes, no you are gonna bless me. Jaja, you gonna bless me. I know. Check this. Whoa. If I keep on praying, if I keep on working, if I keep doing the right thing, Jaja, you gonna bless me. If I keep on praying, if I keep on singing, if I keep doing the right thing, Jaja, you gon' bless me. Oh, if I feel you never heard me, for all the times you saved me, protect me from my enemies. Oh, I am to be blamed. Hey. Sometimes I feel I get no answer, but me coulda never vex. You always on time. You just a put me through the test. If I keep on praying, if I keep on working, if I keep the right thing, me know Jaja you go bless me. Hey. If I keep on praying, and if I keep on singing.
It's the voice of the man himself, Imar Shepherd, the impeccable one. As we continue inside the juggling, y'all, this is a good example.
Older, and I get wiser. I'll be remembered for my good examples. Yeah, as I get older, and I get wiser.
Imar Shepherd, alongside Bushman. Good example.
For my good
Good reggae music coming live and direct.
I got temptation out there. Believe me, they are strong. But I won't lose my way, though I'm only human. The system pressuring, forcing us to do wrongs. But I won't lose my way, won't get conquered by Babylon. As I get older, and I get wiser, I'll be remembered for my good examples. Yes, as I get older and I get wiser, I'll be remembered for my good examples. Yes, and if they won't play my music, I'll still give respect. They're so lost and foolish, trying to stop greatness. They underestimate me, they see me as a threat. But through the help of the Almighty, I am one of the best. When I'm older and I get wiser, I'll be remembered for my good examples. When I'm older and I get wiser, I'll be remembered for my good examples.
Yes, indeed. The voice of Imar Shepherd alongside Bushman right there. Now, there you see that is two different sounds coming together in perfect harmony right there. I mean, that is a good example of good reggae music right there, everybody.
Consciousness, elevation, as well as enlightenment for the people.
Messages in the music. That's what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Island Heat Show, we have the honor and privilege for the first time to welcome into the building the man himself, Imar Shepherd. Welcome, 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 my brother.
Give thanks for having me. Wagwan.
Yeah, man. We're there, man. We're there.
All right, sir. Princess.
Bless.
Love.
Yes.
Man. Give thanks, thanks for having me.
Listen, Imar and I are following each other around right now. You know, we just linked up on Friday on the Caribbean running show on WRFG, and the man has been busy. He's on the circuit doing all the right proper media things, and you know, I'm often looking at you know how artists pursue their career.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
You understand?
Yes.
When I say it's because there's a lot of artists that do some music and just put it there on and
No, not
that's
me.
it. You know, but you're about the work. You're out here pushing. Why is that important? Why is that important to really reach out and make sure that people know you and know the music and know where you're coming from with the music?
Well, basically, it's one thing to write the songs, but it's another thing to let the people realize that what you put in the song is basically you. Now, music reach a stage in the business now where personality sells. You know what I mean? So you can sing anything that you want, but until you go out there and, let the people see the true colors, your true intention, and, you live it, and, automatically it becomes, you connect with the people more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And me are the kind of person who love to do stage show as well, too, where, I can basically, reach out to a one and let them feel like, or believe, or know that I'm human.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
I try not to isolate myself when
Right.
it comes onto the music. Yes, I.
You know that they have those artists also, have that success and then become untouchables. You can't, the fans can't even, get a little autograph or a little picture, or, these kind of things.
I mean, time and place. Time and place. There are times when you have to take yourself away, to hold a meditation and, to recoup and thing. But work time is work time.
Right.
And one of the things that I always remember that it's the fun that put me there. You understand? So them can take me from there too. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, we have to respect the fan no matter what. We have to show heights of respect.
Yeah, man. They Laleebela.
And we're talking about storytelling, and we're talking about how we use words to be able to motivate and influence people.
Yes.
You are impeccable with your words.
Yes,
and
give
how
thanks.
you're able to put them together. Tell us about your beginnings and where you grew up and how you started on this musical journey.
Well, like most artists, I start in the church. I used to sing at the community youth clubs and, Sunday school, basically at school we used to knock the desk and thing, you know what I mean? But it's not until we go to town, as them saying, in order for you to get a bus, you have to come to Kingstown. You know what I mean? And, right now, them say bus, but I believe it's plane. You know what I mean? Because I think we reach at a space and a place right now where we have to take a flight to reach here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I was born and grew up in St. Thomas, Cedar Valley, Richmond Gap, the eastern side of Jamaica. When you hear them talk about Blue Mountains or Blue Mountains Coffee, that's what... I and I grew up on. I mean, the East, the East.
But up there, so it's different kind of Jamaica though.
Yeah,
Up
man,
there,
different energy, man.
A different energy, and it's cold.
Yeah, man, the greenery
no,
and the
listen.
scenery, you know what I mean? Beautiful, but it's beautiful, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, amazing. I can just imagine, or remember, take a deep breath of fresh air. It's just like the freshest air you ever breathed in your life.
As I always tell people that up there is like a vineyard, where, fruits, fresh air, greenery, the scenery, the mountains. It's beautiful. Jamaica is beautiful. Yes, man.
Yeah.
So beside that, presently I live in Kingstown now, where, Kingstown is the hub of reggae music. So that's where I go to meet up with producers such as Bobby Digital, Computer Paul. You have a lot of them, that, I was privileged to meet up with and thing. However, don't get to record with all of them, but at the same time, we pick a leave or two. You know what I mean? Because what happened, where music reach right now is, you have to, try to do music for yourself. Sometimes you have to learn to produce, learn to do a lot of things in the business, in order for you to advance, where it is right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a journey that, we appreciate, and we're still doing it. We're still representing. So give thanks, man.
Now, you mentioned some really, really big names there, right? Some stalwarts in the industry. I can always tell when an artist kind of has the right growing up. Brought up the right way because of those influences. Because see, in the newer age, as you were mentioning, if you have a laptop, you can be your own producer, recording engineer. in the day there was a process. Yeah, there's a classic reggae story.
Yes,
The country man comes to town. Right,
Yeah.
trying to get into the studio yard.
Yes,
right.
yes,
You have to
yes,
do
yes.
your audition for the gate man
True,
and get
true.
past the gate man. Right,
Yeah.
and then you're in a yard and you have to work your way through the artists who are already in a yard.
Yes.
To try get your chance to
Been
get in
there.
the booth.
I've
to,
been
to
there.
even
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that,
man.
right. So there's those artists who've been through that kind of process.
Yeah.
Tell me the value that you think that you received by going through that versus you just doing your own thing on your own without having that guidance to get you where you are.
I mean, the value that it brings is that, people like Computer Paul, Bobby Digital, and just to name a few, when you got through those hands, it means that you're well mold because those are some producers that, them know music inside out.
Yes.
And if they give you the stamp of approval,
Yes.
trust me, you can't go anywhere. You can't even go on your own
Yeah.
if them give you the stamp of approval because you can't go around them. And you see ghetto people, you can't go around ghetto people when it comes on to music as well too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was privileged, when I come to town, I got a job at a place called Tasty, where, them always have a thing called the Tasty Talent Concert, where it's people from the ghetto, uptown, downtown, you know what I mean, just come together to judge you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And of course, it's people like Bobby Digital and Computer Paul and all of those, producers that have been around that mold me so much that me could be able to go there and represent to the fullest that, I get my stamp of approval.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes,
So,
yes.
it means a lot.
Yeah.
It means a lot, working with those big guys.
As you were saying earlier about starting off singing in the church.
Yeah.
I kind of think, why, it's obvious I went to the wrong church. I mean, the hymns and thing that we used to sing, right? Episcopal church, right? Very close to like a Catholic church. Those hymns don't give you the voice that the great reggae sing.
Well, I mean, it depends on what church you go. I think you maybe go to a Catholic church
exactly.
But when you go to like a Pentecostal, a Church of God of Prophecy, and those kind of church, trust me.
Hold on,
you know what I mean?
lively. Church is like,
you know
what?
Yeah, man. Music is a part of their thing. You know what I mean? You can't go without the music. You know what I mean? And church mold me. It helps to grow me. It helps to shape me. As you see, I'm a Rasta right now, but at the same time, with the church, it kind of instill a lot of principle in I and I. But obviously, as we grow, we'll find our way, and we'll find out.
Tell us about that journey, about finding your way to Rastafari.
Well, I mean, I can't tell you that. Me know everything about Rasta right now, but the thing about it is that I've come a long way, and Rasta to me is a way of life. You never see a Rasta pass another Rasta out there and don't at least make a heel.
Right. Yeah.
So to me, I consider myself as an African youth who believe in Rastafari. We live, we learn, we grow. We learn to love people. We learn to respect each other. You understand? So the journey was pretty cool. It was a lovely transition.
Okay.
Getting to Rastafari. Yes, I.
See. And of course, it translates in the music.
Yes, man. Yes, man. What you hear coming through the music, we learn it through Rastafari as well. You know what I mean? The life, it's a way of life. Yeah, liberty. Yeah, all right, princess. I hear you. Yeah, do your studying, Yeah, do your thing, man. Yeah, do your thing. You know what I mean? Yes, man.
We're talking about the mold. We're talking about the fire and the different elements, the earth, the water.
Yeah.
Tell us how those elements help to create and build you up, and some of the challenges you may have also faced during this journey.
Well, during this journey, where music is concerned, during this journey, a lot of studio door. Not because I come here and talk like everything was fine and dandy, and I come up to the church and everything was, you understand? I mean,
Tough.
a lot of people, you're supposed to know Kingston. No, you know Kingston. All right. So it can be bad and it can be good. You understand? Depending on who you surround yourself with, the people that you associate with.
Right.
Does a lot for I&I, where I&I career is concerned. So there were difficult times, but for the difficult times, we learn to use the difficult times to create, positive energy, which, we preach through the music, So music, it have its bad and it have its good, a lot of door closed in my face, a lot of, disappointment, and a lot of people don't talk about failure, but, you hear me talk about the taste disconcert,
yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
I know what it's like to go there and get my boo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I also know what it's like to go there and get my biggest forward,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So it's a balance between the two, and it depends on what kind of person you be, or how far you plan to reach where music is concerned. Will make all the difference, going forward. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what is the key to longevity in the music industry?
All right. The key to longevity, to me, is positive energy. Whatever you do, try to keep the music clean. I always say, if my little son, Zion, can't listen it, I'm a mother, can't listen to the music, to my music, I don't think it qualified to put out there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Standards.
Yeah, standards. You know what I mean? And trust me, good music lasts forever.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Just take, for example, like a Bob Marley song now, or a Dancing Brown, or a Gregory Isaac. When you play a Gregory Isaac on a show right now, it sounds like it's just yesterday's record. You know what I mean? So I use those icons as my, guidance, where the music is concerned.
Hey, you know what? In life, you know what? You've got to learn. This is the voice of Imar Shepherd right here on the Island Heat Show. Listen to some good music, because you know what? I've got to learn.
In my life, can't afford to lose myself. No, experiences teach me to be wise. And if I refuse to fix myself, I'm to be blamed and no one else. Learn from my mistakes. I've got to learn to cut my last and walk away.
Pull up and play it again from top. This is the voice of Imar Shepherd, y'all. Song entitled, I've Got to Learn. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're bound to repeat the mistake again, over and over and over and over. And trust me, they've said it's insanity if you do the same thing again and again and expect a different
Result.
You have to learn.
Yes.
Learn from my mistakes. I've got to learn to cut my last and walk away. I got to learn from my mistakes. I've got to learn to cut my last and walk away. I've been on that road before. Made some bad choices in my life, Can't afford to lose myself. No, experiences teach me to be wise. And if I refuse to fix myself, I'm to be blamed and no one else.
right here live in the building. We're talking to him exclusive style. You know, we know the big people in the business work things out. You understand? Yeah. Now listen, Lady Laleebela, can I get one more in before? I know we got to continue our conversation, but I want to get one more in. I got to get one more in real quick, okay? You know what? Because it's been a while. It's been a while.
I'll be right here.
But I'm patient.
I'll be right here waiting for you. I'll be right here waiting for you. Whenever you're ready, I'll be right here waiting for you.
It was me who said, psst.
I'll be right here waiting for you. Whenever you're ready. Took us a while to realize we were foolish. Lose a love like this and suddenly now regretting it. Took each other for granted. Oh, it's so frustrating. Come, let's work it out. Girl, I don't wanna lose you. I'll be right here waiting for you.
I'll be right here waiting for you. You know, sometimes the fellas don't have the lyrics, right? They don't have the right words to say.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes you can just use your favorite artist as like Cyrano, you know? Have the music speak for you.
Beautiful.
You understand?
Persistence.
Oi.
Oi. New one.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I.
Yeah, and resilience and persistence, right? The longevity in the career, that staying power. You know, I came across a little data fact the other day that Elvis Presley partly released somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 songs.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We're familiar with about 25.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's saying a lot.
Percentage success rate,
Yeah.
right? Percentage success rate.
Not every song is a success. You have to go through.
It's and sticking to the, because suppose it was your first 1,000 song with a Mackie.
Yeah.
And then the next 25 in a row,
Yeah.
bam,
Yeah,
that is it,
hit
right?
the chart.
So
Yes.
it's about, I think, doing good work. You put it out there, and just like with anything, as we hit spring, right?
Yeah.
Everything has its season,
Everything has
right?
Yeah.
Because there might be that song that's out there right now that was released a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And then it finally find that audience, it connect with
Yeah, man.
we need to, and it's gone. Imar, do you have some time to hang around, to stick around with us to continue the conversation? We got all the little business we got to take care of, but we want to get more into some more music and find out some more about.
Yes, man.
All right, good. Give thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on the Island Heat Radio Show podcast, we are your host, DJ Superpec.
And I'm Lady Laleebela. We're going to be telling you what's going on in the local scene for the movers and shakers.
Yes, indeed. Now, I got to say big up to Lady Maxine. Celebrated her Earth Strong this weekend. The bright colors dance was going on. Big. Shout outs to Lady Dahlia. Also celebrated her birthday. Shout outs to Cleopatra, the bartender to the stars.
love that.
Celebrated her birthday recently as well.
Big up
You know,
Earth
what season is this for? Is it still the Pisces?
Pisces season, yes. We're going into Aries, was that?
It's Aries now? Okay. See, I never know that stuff. I'm not superstitious.
Okay.
Lady Deb's mom's birthday coming up, so shout outs to her on her birthday as it approaches. Now, we've got every Monday going down into ATL. It's the RN Bingo. We've also got Way Up Wednesdays every Wednesday. Chef Tony's Fish Fry every Wednesday. Gal Farm. Big up to Juggler and the crew every Thursday. They've got Light Glue on the Fridays. Also, Island Party Vibes go down every weekend at the Royal Peacock. We've got Retro every first Saturday. Sophisticated Saturdays every third Saturday. And Memory Lane Sundays every Sunday. And of course, Rum Punch Brunch goes downtown each and every Sunday as well.
So some more events to look out for this week. We have the Marcus Garvey Lecture coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, March 25th. That will be at the Big Bethel AMEC in Atlanta. We also have the Rhythm ATL, which is on the 27th. It's Me or the Liquor on the 28th. Fashion and Class ATL on the 29th. Big Links Soca Meets Everything on the 29th. The Camo Bash will come out in your camouflage on the 29th. Maja Hype and Friends will be getting together on the 30th. And Chill Sundays with Brunch Footer Hype Birth Night on the 30th.
Yes, yes. And of course, Kenny Blessin will be amongst the stars performing at the Atlanta Caribbean Community Awards, which goes down on the
April 5th.
5th of April. And I'll say also make sure that you are all signing up for the Wine Walk Run, which and international food festival, which goes down on May 3rd. That's going to be in Piedmont Park. And you can go ahead and sign up to be a vendor, a sponsor, or get your teams together and go and walk. It's a healthy activity, right? And have some fun while you're doing
They're
it, right?
active this spring, so get ready for what looks like it's going to be an amazing season and a great carnival.
Yes, indeed. Now, also tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
All right. Always on APAP, right? We've got the Speak Harmony with Sharon Thompson and Tammy Gooden, Gaiman. That's right. So make sure you all tune in for that. Tomorrow we're going to be doing some special broadcasting from the Marcus Garvey event tomorrow. Okay. So it's about that time, Lady Laleebela.
You already know it is the top of the hour. Welcome to the second hour of Island Heat, Atlanta's top-rated Caribbean podcast. This is the Island Heat Radio Show, and we are your hosts, Lady Laleebela, alongside
DJ Superpec.
So we'll be sharing in this next segment the top 10 singles from Caribbean artists that are now based here in the ATL.
And in the number 10 position this week, this is J Prince with Diamond.
You got the body like a diamond. Now stop mesmerize, I-Maa. So let me know if I can touch that thing with my hand. Give you something to climb on. Stay food in your world and the dive on. Fi beat up that is so better my plan. And you know I kill and all if it iron. You know I want it. Get off it. Ask me. Woman your body good and you want it. So don't pass me. Shorty. Girl your sound fluffy like pillow. Last man you left me here so I'm kill you. Love to see when you're naked on video. 5-star up the places man bring you. You know me all fit your body.
That's the voice of the man himself coming in the number 10 position this week, J Prince with Diamond.
Yes, and this next artist is always showing love to the Island Heat Show. It's Kenny Blessin with Peer Pressure.
This one featuring Imar Shepherd.
Kenny Blessin, I-Maa Shepherd. Ever wonder why? Use them so hardcore. Let me tell you now. Hardcore like snow. Every day another blood can flow. It's a calling out for peace. When you see the youths, them a go and so. It's a calling out for peace. When you see the people about war.
The youths them have the ability. You what them need is opportunity. Education, infrastructure, and factory. Please don't see them as the enemy. Not for the time them get tricked. All them know is conflict. I just a challenge and them face with. That's why the youths them losing.
He never want pick up no gun. Peer pressure, peer. She never want sell downtown. Peer pressure, peer.
You never want pick up no gun. Peer pressure, peer. She never want sell around town. Peer pressure. I don't approve of the route. temptate. But them said them a defend them place. Them come see them elders get slain. Now them making the same mistakes.
I know we run down, pick up the gun. Peer pressure, peer. She run down, sell downtown.
Peer pressure. Yeah. In the number 9 position this week, that is Peer Pressure, Kenny Blessin, featuring the man himself, Imar Shepherd. Imar, tell us about that song. How did this combination come together?
Well, I was privileged to introduce to Kenny Blessin by Mr. Wayne Hall.
Okay.
You know, who happens to be my manager.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
The mayor of Atlanta is your manager. All right. No. I tell you, it's important to know important people. You know, and Wayne Hall is important people and good people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Connected, yeah.
So he introduced you to Kenny.
Introduced me to Kenny Blessin, and of course, you know, there was a festival called Lovejoy that, you know, I went to last year, and Kenny Blessin was there. He did build for the festival as well too, and you know, we just see this man come backstage. And me and him just sit in and just a whole a reason. He might tell me where him come from and all these things. By this, me not even know that him name Kenny Blessin.
Okay.
It's not until me see him hit the stage. Me I say, what? Tell me something. Artists in Atlanta so bad I don't know them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it just so happened that, you know, we just connect from there, and because the connection make him tell me that him coming with an album and he would like to feature I. And I say, all right, let's do it. Yeah, you know, me down at Jamaica, I see the rhythm come to me, you know, and you know, we just run in a studio and get it done. Okay. And the rest is history. Yeah.
And I see you also just released the video for Peer Pressure as well.
Oh yes, we shot the video here in, you know, it's Lawrenceville. Wayne lost. Okay, yeah. I don't know the place like that. You know? The manager is my handler. You know what I mean? He bring me around and all these things. But yeah, you know, we happened to shot the video here, and it was a work in progress. You know what I mean? We're all a nice vibes. Kenny Blessin is a hard worker.
Yeah,
when come on to music.
Yes.
That much me can tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, so
multi-talented.
You know, when me book an artist like that, you know, and can be able to work with an artist like that, you know, it's a pleasure. You know, it's a great pleasure working with Kenny Blessin. Yes,
right. Awesome. So that one's continued to doing great things. Last week, it was actually on the charts a week ago. Then another song of Kenny's kicked him off, and then and this week it's pushing back up. So yeah, man, well, he's got some good music out there. Yeah, man.
Hard work pays off. You know? Yeah.
All right, as we continue our countdown this week, counting down the top 10 songs here in the ATL, in the number 8 position this week.
We have the man himself, Imar Shepherd, here with Make It.
That's a good
Them never believe me. Them never believe me. Oh. 7 figures. Big dreams, strategic plans is my resolution. Focus, work smart is the only solution.
Yeah.
Discipline, meditate, that's how I keep the balance. Energy of frequency, man I feel winning this a idiot. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. Without a doubt, the battle has been won.
What was that?
Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. The risk big but me take it. Without a doubt, the battle has been won. Island heat. I have work on my weakness. Trying to maximize my strength. Cause if you don't stand firm in this time, they will always try to make you bend. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. Without a doubt, the battle has been won. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. The risk big but me take it. Without a doubt, the battle has been won. I know them expect me to break. I can see it written on their face. But no matter how long it takes, I'ma steady my pace. My vibe them cannot breach. Can come between me and the beat. This journey I must complete, yes. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. Remember me to tell you me I gonna make it. Without a doubt, the battle has been won.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Yeah, you should have believed me when we tell you the first time. Yeah, I gotta make it. Hey, tell us about that song, how that one came together.
Let me say big respect to Booster, 7 Figures, production for producing that song for I, you know what I mean? And that song just came out of a time when we were going through a rough time, you know what I mean? We lose one of our brother, Eyesight, you know, along the way. You know, I was a part of a group called Crisis.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I happened to lose one of our brother. So it was Eyesight that I took to the studio, you know, to get the rhythm, Bill. You know, for a song with him and his son. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it just so happened that, you know, it never worked. So the producer just decided to juggle the rhythm. So, you know, Not Righteous, you know, a song called Good Mood, Eyesight and the rhythm, and I happen to be on the rhythm where, to be honest with you, I don't even know that me that go voice on the rhythm. It's last minute she called on me. I say, I-Maa, but me not have you on the rhythm. I want to go on. And I say, me never get the rhythm. And she said, me think it send me the rhythm. Pick up Booster because she's a female. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's one of those female who always look out for I. You know, it's not the first song that I record on her label. You know, there's a song called, you know, Read My Mind as well too. You know what I mean? That, you know, she produced for me as well. And yeah, she called me up and, you know, sent me the rhythm and I just work on it and everything just fall in place. You know, that's how this song come.
All right.
You know?
Have fun on me, guys.
Yeah, beginning and the end. Yeah. Balance, man. Balance, perfect balance, you know? Yeah, man, female.
Well, I want to say this is the third or fourth week that Make It has been on the countdown. So yeah, man. I-Maa has made it, y'all.
Yes, climbing.
Drop mic, exit stage left.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
As we continue counting down the top 10 songs in Atlanta this week, in the number 7 position, who do we have, Lady Laleebela?
It's Pressure Bus Pipe here with Friends Before Lovers.
That is it.
It's pressure. Yeah. All this time that we've been friends, not knowing we'll be lovers in the end. Oh yeah. Hey, we've known each other for some ages, could not see beyond the foggy and the hazy. Now I feel some type of way for you, it's crazy. Cause you were there for me, you cared for me. On some familiar and it's quite clear, girl. You have always been right there. You know my troubles and my nightmares. That's why we're friends before lovers. We were meant for each other. Friends before lovers. You used to call me brother. We were so young. Now we're in love. Friends before lovers. We were friends before lovers. Cause things happen unexpectedly. After all these years, you're the one for me. You shared with me things that no one knows. With me, your secrets are safe and sold. I won't get in the way of love. Jah prepared every day for us. Our love is the best thing. It's a blessing. Friends before lovers. We were meant for each other. Friends before lovers. You used to call me brother. We were so young. Now we're in love. Friends before lovers. We were friends before lovers. We not separate.
The voice of Pressure Bus Pipe right there. Friends Before Lovers. Brand new music that, this is Pressure doing his thing.
Right.
And the number 6 position for tonight's countdown is Kenny Bussing here again with Spread the Love.
Spread love. Now why? Say we're living in a world that sometimes feel so cold. Let's light the fire, let our hearts be bold. Every smile, every head we hold, together we can break the mold. Spread the love, let it shine like the stars that light the night. Every word, every song, we can make this world feel right. Spread the love, let it shine. We don't need no cry. Spread the love, spread the love. From the mountains to the ocean wide, let's share our dreams and let love be our guide. With open hearts, yeah, we'll stand side by side in this journey. Let's just take that ride. We deserve it. No more hate, no more fear. Together we'll dry each other's tears with kindness sown in every place. We'll paint the world in love's embrace. So take my hand, let's start today. Today. 'Cause that's the only way. Spread the love, let it shine like the stars that light the night. Every word, every song, we can make this world feel right. Spread the love, let it shine. We don't need no cry. Spread the love, spread the love. Say we'll
Yes, indeed. Kenny Blessin right there with Spread the Love in the number 6 position this week.
And that is right. We just have a great countdown lined up for tonight. And here at the number 5 position is Ross Fraser Jr., Anthony B. with Most High Protect.
Jah is our light and salvation.
He's my Lord and Savior. Oh, the conquering lion is the creator.
Ross Fraser Jr. feature Anthony B. Say.
The Most High protect I and I, never let I go astray. Yeah. Although temptation comes my way, guide I from these sinful ways. Yeah. And never you worry yourself about the time. Never you worry yourself about a thing. When you're one with Mother Nature, that's a true blessing. Protected and highly favored by the King.
Fear no one.
Oh, enough get confused and I run up and down. Oh, them a scream and a ball when the fire start on. Oh, Babylon system a tumble down. Whoa, Jaja protect the eye, never let I go astray. Yeah. Although temptation comes my way, guide I from these sinful ways. Yeah.
Ross Fraser Jr. said on the battlefield we are soldier. Now watch the cut off jeans, clocks and pullover. Man a Rasta serious, we no joker. And we no baby, we no need no soda. Tell them we marching on the road to Zion. Everybody knows say Rasta a lion. And we no put we faith in a man, a the Most High alone we rely on. So we say the Most High protect I and I, never let I go astray.
Yeah. Chat boat.
That is it. It up. Yeah.
I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're counting down the top 10 songs here in ATL this week. We've got Imar Shepherd in the building with us, and we're almost there. We're going to be crowning who's number 1 shortly.
We are currently at number 4. Here we have DeMarco himself with Giddy Up.
Giddy up, 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 giddy up.
Say them hard gal and them fit touching on the phone. Say them hot gal and them skinny even small. Say them hot gal and them ears smell road. Say them hot gal and them can't hold the door. Say them hot as and them faces a mess. Gal pitchy patchy and the bleaching no catch. Say them a good as and the place they are red. Some gal them not have no agenda. Like this up gal, idiot. Mind back it and then you idiot. Look back at it when you are idiot. Tell your body feel. Come wine by the thing. When you are idiot. Mind by the cocky then you idiot. Gal you look happy when you idiot. Mind by the thing. Gal your body thing. Say them hard gal and a hype on people.
That's the voice of the man, DeMarco, right there in the number 4 position with Giddy Up.
And the number 3 position tonight, we have DeMarco again, this time with Black Madonna.
Yeah, I'm a hawker. For the girl there, for the girl there. Kuya, look ya, she don't play. Catch it, bubble, okay. Sit because amigos get your own way. Me rather than your zone and lock no corner. Good body girl, you want me Black Madonna. Pin on me arms, not chop no armor. Me bad chicken want me Black Madonna. Anytime girl, you me call for. You full of energy, electric charger. Good body girl, you wanna and move. You a taxi charter. Are the baddest wine when me get from share. My girl are the maddest wine, make me have girl, I'm a shop me cheap. Wine little miss, physically fit. Wine prettiness, and nobody can split. Girl, you know you want me Black Madonna. Up in the pillow, we be loving all night. But she can tell me, say she love the starlight. But you never put the chip in like pipe. Change gear, me we drift the car drive. Kuya, look ya, she don't play. Catch it, bubble, okay. Sit because amigos get your own way. You want my Black Madonna. Are the baddest wine when me get from share. My girl are the maddest wine, make me have girl in my shop me cheap. Wine little miss, physically fit. Wine prettiness, and nobody can split.
Big up to all the Black Madonnas out there, you know? Yeah.
During this fine Women's History Month.
Listen, pick up Women's History Year, okay? Women have been a part of my history from start, and they will be until the very end. Yes, indeed.
Forever.
Forever. Big up to all the ladies out there. All right, so we're in the number
2.
Wow. And this week,
We've reached to Pressure Bus Pipe again with Haunted.
Love that song.
all the way from number 7, number 6, number 5, it's climbed all the way.
Can't believe that.
Pressure Bus Pipe, y'all. Haunted.
Just can't believe that. Them stifle the music and we know that. But Rastafari message could not hold back. We use the music we can liberate the poor blacks. Some use the music we supply the shit with more glass. Oh, so much slackness are going in at the media. Can't believe on this we come to and no we that. Seems like only badness get the feedback. That's why the pressure coming in real. I can offer them haunted. Sweet reggae music, yeah, dead. All in Africa you see it. Real reggae music wanted. Miss enough of them haunted. Sweet reggae music, yeah, dead. Looking at me eye and you will see some and I see where the music planted. Hey, I speak from the heart and I don't care who vex. Songs now get no play if I no murder or sex. But spite come for balance it with righteousness. A spiritual fire I no come for fight friend. Little you turn scam and nothing else now come. Government still a give the people false hope. Just a knife on a mission and no joke. Me nah beg no friends and no things we no support. None for them haunted. Real reggae music yeah dead. All in a Europe you see it. Sweet reggae music wanted. Miss enough for them haunted. Real reggae music yeah
It can't dead, it can't dead.
Looking at me eye and you will see some and I see where
You see where the plan. Yeah, listen, Pressure, that song there. Listen, that one you find it, brother.
Why am I pressure away?
What?
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but pick up.
It's not simple something, it's about the message.
Message.
right.
Yes, I.
Lady Laleebela, let's remind the people of the top 9 songs before we crown the king or queen of the countdown this week?
My pleasure. At number 10, Jay Prince, Diamond. At number 9, Kenny Blessing, Peer Pressure. Number 8, Imar Shepherd, Make It. Number 7, Pressure, Friends Before Lovers. Number 6, Kenny Blessing, Spread the Love. Number 5, Rush Frazier Jr. and Anthony B., Most High Protect. Number 4, DeMarco, Giddy Up. Number 3, DeMarco, Black Madonna. Number 2, Pressure Bus Pipe, Haunted. And number 1 is Spice with Hell No.
Edited by Touch the Road.
Me and my friend, them a talk and ting. I'ma realize me now do certain thing. Feel like me out of place and think. Cause me now do them things. Me now take no. Me no boy could never. Nah, I damn be night. Run the cover. Cause me and the muckers no bapa whatever. Me know be a fuck. Say me everyone. This me now do. Me now go take you back. Bust them out. Oh yeah, that's what no. Me now papa. Me now go take. Was it crazy? Why you talk on me now look? Me not cheap. Me not do it quick. Quick. Me not do it quick. Me not cheap like exercise book. Let's be very clear. No boy could have never dare. Me and my friend now. Me out and me no man clown. Me no put around here. Let's be very clear. No boy could have never dare. Me and my friend now. Me out and me no man clown. Me no put around here. No boy can't treat me like that. Can't walk on me like a doormat. No boy can't meet me. Me and feed me and that's a full stop. Oh no, no, no. For me, no, 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 no. Certain things I just won't do. Millennial or Gen Z, I don't know which one more. Me nah do no party and a boy can't get my body easy. Me know fi a fuck, say me everyone. This me nah do, me nah go take you back. But no more, oh yeah, that's what no. Me nah papa, me nah go take. Was it crazy? Boy, you talk on me now look. Me not cheap, me not do it quick. Quick, me not do it quick. Me not cheap like exercise book. Let's be very clear. No boy could have never dare.
Let's be very clear. All right. Spice is the queen of the dance hall. Ain't no argument there. Yeah.
And the charts for this evening.
And the charts. You know, she's often got a crown on around this place. I'm telling you. It's tough to beat Spice in ATL. Yeah. Yeah. And
She makes her presence known.
she's got the housewives crew and all of that behind her too. Yeah. Don't want- Big up to Spice. She was just somewhere. My mind is. Oh, it came back to me. She also is in Africa.
Wow.
She was just visiting the Grand Pyramids in Egypt.
Wow.
Just today on her Instagram, I saw it, and it was after we already went to Prince's house. It's like, yeah, we're going to throw that in, but yeah. So she's out there in the motherland.
Amongst the empresses and
In her blue same way. Yeah. Spice, don't worry about it. You're doing well. We got you covered. #1 song in the ATL. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Island Heat Radio Show podcast. We are your host, DJ Superpec.
And I'm Lady Laleebela, and we are here with Imar Shepherd and his manager. Welcome.
Welcome, Mr. Wade Hall, to the program. Welcome. Should I say Governor? I think I said mayor earlier, and I got to put respect on the man's name, right? I got to make sure you can't. You got to make sure you give him the propers.
About the title.
Now, I got to say it's an honor to have Wayne on. I was so blessed to be in the reverse role when I released my first single ever. Which was 1 year ago, almost to the day of the release of the song. And so it's a pleasure and honor to have you here, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, man. Good evening to you, Lady Laleebela. All right.
Like
I had to learn that
like
fast.
Ethiopia.
Lady Laleebela. And your audience and everyone behind the scenes too here inside APAP Studios.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Now, Wayne, everyone should know. If they don't know, we're going to make sure they know tonight. How long have you been on radio with the Wayne Hall Show?
The Wayne Hall Show has been broadcast since September 2012. Yes. Still remember the first song I played, Luciano, Lord, Give Me Strength.
Staying power.
Great song. Great song. And the strength for I'm trying to do the math in my mind. That's 13 years.
Yes.
That's 13 years.
This September. will be 13.
Lady Laleebela, we thought we were doing something. We have a ways to go.
Yes, we have, and, I mean, big shoes to fill, right? To be able to walk in his shoes and be able to know what experiences can you give to young podcasters, young people in radio that can help them break out and be more familiar with broadcasting.
Have a vision. Be disciplined about your vision. Be consistent. Consistency, a lack of consistency kills you faster than anything else in this radio world. Even if you have a replay, even if it's just a replay or something, be present, you know. You don't necessarily have to be broadcasting every event, but try to be at the key ones and as many as possible. But I think what has really helped me is I stay consistent. I connect with you know, what's important, what's moving, what's shaking, and then let my little crazy personality do the rest.
Let me tell you, job well done. You know,
Thank you.
Now you have. I'm trying to remember how many different stations you simulcast on all at the same time, but you have global reach.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and that definitely takes a lot of work, a lot of consistency, because that means there's lots of other people who are trusting you on their platform to be there for their audiences as well.
Yes.
So
it's several. It's many. I'm on the dial, Fresh FM radio in London. There's Fit 96.7 FM in Trelawney, Jamaica. There's Linkage Radio in New York, Hype FM, South Florida. Energy Radio 1, that's online. Island Radio, Island Worldwide Radio. Let's see.
Clark TV Network.
Clark TV Network. I go by a list when I do it.
Yeah,
I don't miss any.
Power.
Power. Well, not currently.
Okay.
But back in the day, there was Power, and temporarily. The other day we did a couple shows, but it's been quite a few. ViscosityBlend.com. Yes.
Definitely a role model for anyone who's seeking to do this in terms of the presence and the caliber, right? You present things of substance. I think I would say things that the community needs to be aware of, even if they didn't know that they needed to be aware of it. And where does that come from for you? Why is it so important for you to have that standard and those qualities?
Well, I'll be brazen enough to say it's intentional. It's where I looked at what was lacking and decided that this is going to be my contribution to my community. This is my community service.
Right.
And so I had the motto, I came up with the motto, where information meets music. And I definitely want to keep that entertainment part of it going. However, there definitely was a need to connect, vital information, crucial information with the wider public, or at least those that I can reach.
Right.
And so, that was very intentional. I wanted it to be of substance.
Excellent, excellent. Now, how did Wayne Hall, the broadcaster, media mogul, might I, and Imar Shepherd connect to where you're now managing his career?
I'll start by saying over the years I've been approached several times by artists asking me to take the reins. And I've always thought through it and said no to everyone who has until, Imar, he was visiting Atlanta, and I actually had invited Imar, but it wasn't to become any a manager or anything great. I just there might be an opportunity here. Come and see if it can help you. And then I don't know what he saw, but he figured, he said, Mr. Hall, you're the right person. Forget me to the next level. I said, why you think so? He told me what he was thinking. I thought about it. I said, I'll let you know, because I don't have time in my already crazy life. And that's one thing. If I'm not gonna have time to do something right, I don't think I want to take it on. I'd rather say, you know, let somebody else who has what it takes to really commit to it.
Right.
But I made that very clear, and he still insisted. So I said, well, all right, we'll see how it works out. We'll give it our best shot. And, you know, it's been a good ride. It's been a good run. I've learned a lot about the business from that perspective.
Yes.
And hopefully he has learned a lot from what I've brought to the table as well. So that's how that evolved.
Curious minds need to know. So what did you say to him exactly, I-Maa? What?
Well, I mean, music is a thing that, you know, it's a natural mystic that, you know, when you find the right person, you just know, you know, based on the reasoning and, you know, and so forth. So basically, Mr. Wayne had always played my music and his, you know, his podcast and on his station.
Right.
It does so happen that the way him take interest into playing I and, you know, motivating I and, you know, pushing I, you know, counseling I, you know what I mean? It was only natural for me to just say to him, Mr. Wayne, you look like you are the man for the job, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I just throw it out there, you know. He's a man, I believe in myself and I have a lot of confidence when it comes down to music. And as I say, when it right, my gut feelings just tell me, you know, so this man is the man for the job.
And to his credit, if you listen to Imar's lyrics, and if you even get to know him a little more closer, there are very good reasons why you would want to support that movement.
Yes.
You know, humility brings a lot of strength for him. And like I said, you sit down, I can pull any, I mean, we were at a spot where a 6-year-old was singing morning prayer on Saturday. New morning prayer, line by line.
Right.
And then mom revealed that she plays it every morning in their car.
There you go.
And that's the kind of, if I'm going to support, my 7-year-olds need to be able to enjoy.
Right.
And
you said,
you know, so is humility with strength, and the fact that his catalog is one that you can take anywhere, anytime, and feel proud of, were big influences in the decision as well.
I think it's a perfect match. I think it's a perfect match. You know,
Check all the boxes.
There you go. So let's tell you, you know, let's get into a lot of song real quick. All right, let's get in one more time. This is Imar Shepherd. One more time. You are listening to the Island Heat Radio Show podcast right here on APAP Radio. This is we are your host, DJ Superpec
And Lady Laleebela, and take it away.
This is Imar Shepherd. Let's go.
One more time, never stop trying. Keep on shining. When you reach that breaking point, try one more time. Just one more time. When you reach that breaking point, when you reach that point in life, try one more time. One more time. When you reach that point in life, when you reach that breaking point, try one more time. Just one more time. Even if it is the darkest spot in my life, can't hide my tears cause I'm hurting inside. My brother on your side doesn't lose his life. Them think me carry my guitar, even my clothes are flying. The woman of my dream gone for good this time. But that's okay cause I love me time. Cause I don't love darkness, me rather sunshine. When you reach that breaking point, when you reach that
We don't reach breaking points. We just sail past breaking point. Yeah.
Commitment to present.
Let's go.
When you reach that breaking point, try one more time. Just one more time. When you reach that breaking point,
Nothing beats a failure but a trial, y'all.
life, try one more time.
Fall 6 times.
One more time.
Stand up 7. Let's go.
When you reach that point in life, when you reach that breaking point, try one more time. Just one more time. Even if it is the darkest
bright spot in my life. Can't hide my tears cause I'm hurting inside. My brother higher side doesn't lose his life. Them think me carry my guitar, even my clothes are flying. The woman of my dream gone for good this time. But that's okay cause I love me time. Cause I don't love darkness, me rather sunshine. Yeah. When you reach that breaking point, when you reach that point in life, try one more time. Just one more time. One more time. When you reach that point in life, when you reach that breaking point, try one more time.
It's the voice of Imar Shepherd right there. You know, Imar, I know you have a combination with this artist, but I want to just play this particular song because it's you know, one that I feel like that, right? And you don't know this, but I want you to know now, right? Before Wayne Hall sent me any Imar Shepherd music, before I came across it in us doing the countdown and seeing how well it's charting, this artist, Ashley Irie, sent me her music and your music to represent for you, okay? You got some good friends in the business.
Okay, thanks.
This is Sunshine, Ashley Irie.
Every time you are mine, sweet sunshine, bringing light to my life every time you are mine, you are sweet sunshine, bringing light to my life every time, yeah. Oh, how you make me feel inside, I can't control, I can't deny all the ways you fight for me to live out my destiny. Coming through that corridor, I see your silhouette, I'm sure. As you're getting closer to me, I catch my breath, I can hardly believe that you've been there all along. When I felt like I couldn't go on, you stuck by my side, no relief. Now I see you're bringing light to my life every time, yeah. 'Cause you are mine, sweet sunshine, bringing light to my life.
My sunshine, Ashley Irie right there. Listen, like I said, man, you got some good friends because in the music business, it's very competitive. I've seen people rub elbows and create together, do some great things together, and then still say, right.
Yes.
Right. But no, when she said, hey, you know, she hit me up online and said, I would like to submit some music to your show. Yes. Right? And she says, here, I'm sending 4 of my songs. And she sent 2, 3 of your music along with it. Right. So, yeah, man. Ashley Irie. So, where are we? Oh, I had a question for you, Imar. Why I-Maa from Omar? What was the creative change there?
Well, it's a long time, Mr. Wade. But you know, I used to work with a band from St. Thomas called Crucial, and it so happened that you know, I went to a rehearsal, and you know, upon being at the rehearsal, them asked me, "What's your name?" At the time, just start work with the band. I told them, Omar Shepherd. I just hear a voice across the way say, Omar Shepherd, too pretty for you, man. I'm mercy, a Rasta. You know what I mean? And the man said, from now on, just drop the O at the I, man. From now on, you hear Imar Shepherd. And you know, funny enough, the name just stick. Yeah. You understand? And it was like about 15 years ago. And from there,
and
just Imar.
Just walk
you know, man. The Rasta said, I is the highest. From now on, your name, Imar Shepherd. You know,
if you're from the Caribbean, you understand, right?
The power of nickname.
What?
Yeah, man, when I nickname stick.
When it stick, it's listen, a lot of my brethren from younger days, right? You know the real name when you see the tombstone. The first time you really know, that's it. You know?
Yeah.
But listen, Sorry, Lady Laleebela, go right ahead.
We're talking about consistency. We're talking about the morning prayer and how important it is to continue in the journey. Tell us about morning prayer and the inspiration behind the single and album.
A funny thing about it, Morning Prayer is a song that, I was at Barry Salmon's studio, all in a vibes, and, a friend of mine linked me from England and said to me, Imar, you send a song, come give me. It's a song called Cherish What You Got. You know what I mean? It's out there on all major digital platforms as well, And she said, I receive a song from you and song bad, it remind me of back in the days. It remind me of Burning Spear, and she start name out some name. But she said, Imar, but based on how we grew up and, back in the days when you used to sing at church and used to have a week on our knees, no, man, more you go back to them days. And that she said to me. She said, more you dig deep, more you put yourself back up a rich man gap from where you come from and just give with something what you used to give with back in the days. And I said, wow, that challenge this. You know what I mean? Anyway, but, it ride my mind so much, and it just so happened that, it never take me no time for me to sit down right there at Barry Salmon's studio, which is Harmony House, and start put it together. You know what I mean? Thing about it, I play guitar. So that song is, me started from the start to the finish, meaning like I put the chords together. I, find the musician and, write the song and, we get it record and, send it off and it become what it is. You know what I mean? That's how Morning Fire come about. And it is the title track of the album, Morning Glory.
Right.
You know what I mean? We use it as the title track. Yeah, man. And, Morning Glory is the kind of energy, the kind of vibes that bring a difference. It's Imar Shepherd from where I start right up until now. You know what I mean? What you hear in Morning Prayer is my true color. As I told you guys before, I never lie in music. What me sing is what me live, and what me live is what me sing, you know what I mean? Man, we try to be true to the music.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Amazing. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with Imar Shepherd, recording artist from Kingston, Jamaica, and the ATL. And the journey is just only beginning because the music is good, just like Wayne said. The quality is there. And it's just to be presented in front of more people. Once people know, I think they'll hear for themselves. And I gotta say, I saw you perform last year, Mikey Sparkle's Father's Day.
Oh, give thanks.
And as I mentioned on the show on Friday, Imar does not see the boundaries of a stage. Yeah, that does not contain him. Yeah. When he performs, the person in the very last row gets a first row seat as well. Yes. Because you're out there and you connect with the audience. Where did that come from?
It's just a natural energy, a natural vibes, a natural frequency, and when we spend time, try to perfect the craft, try, as an artist, learn to sing and learn to, perform, you know what I mean? Mr. Earlier, I'm a hard man for please. When you come out to the performance, in standard. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see, because him is a host as well, you know what I mean?
Right.
Him know how to, come on a stage. And of course, me pick, a few leave out time book. You know what I mean? And just apply to my thing, which, it works.
Yes.
It works. And me is the kind of artist who love to connect to the audience. You know what I mean? I believe that when I step out there on stage, I just spark Imar Shepherd for a while and give the audience me. I just give them me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what you see out there is Imar Shepherd representing to the fullest.
Yes.
Man.
That was an inspirational moment for Imar Shepherd.
Yeah.
Well, it's the impeccable Imar. Tell us about that impeccable.
All right, the impeccable is a name that does come at me out of nowhere. I guess over the years, because me is the kind of brethren who stand for greatness. We try to make music that resonate, music that if me is a man, me hard on myself too. When it comes onto music, it have to write. If it not right, it can't go out there. You know what I mean? And of course, there's a lot of songs that me did that I wish I could pull back, you know what I mean, and remix and revise and put out there.
But you know, the painting is never perfect for the artist, you know.
Yeah, that's what I realize. But me as a man also believe in history, you know. When I write the history, you know, I don't like to go back and show my history. Forward. History is what help mold you, help build you, help, you know, shape you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we use it as an example, as we say, you know, to go forward and to advance ourselves. Yes.
And failure is always a redirection towards your greatness.
Yes, man. A lot of people don't talk about failure, but, you know, failure is what makes us powerful. You know, it reminds us that, you know, we need to do better, you know what I mean, at all times. Yeah.
Well, you've been on tour of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
You've been across the south side of USA already.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Where would you say you found that international audience that you were maybe surprised that, oh wow, the connection is there?
Well, I've been to so many places, but you know, I've been to England twice, you know, 2 times, you know, tour, you know, for like 3 months or so, you know what I mean? But you see, St. Kitts, you know, is a place that leave a mark on I and I. And one of the reasons why St. Kitts, you know, leave a mark on me, it's because it's the first place I went, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Touring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was a 1 week, but at the same time, within the 1 week span, you know, we done so much. We put in so much work at the time. You know, me feature artist over there named Nastasia with a song called Feeling. And the song went #1 over there. So, you know, going over there was a pleasure for me to run through the different radio stations. And, you know, of course, it was... I went and did a show. It was Imar and Friends in concert. You know what I mean? I was the headliner at the time.
Yeah,
you know, and upon going to St. Kitts, you know, down to the Prime Minister come out, come support I and I. You know, me even get the chance to. Mr. All here. You know what I mean? To bring out the Prime Minister wife, and you know, we all have vibes, and everybody all have vibes and all these things. And it was a great feeling, you know what I mean? Especially for the first time going out there. Yeah, man.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Listen, congratulations on the journey thus far. All right. And we are here to support you. Please, as you have new music, you just want to come talk to your people out here, just say, yo, hey, let's do it, and we'll line it up. All right. So welcome back at any time and point. All right.
Well, I mean, it's a blessing being here. Let me say big respect for having me, Mr. Speck, and Lady Laleebela.
Why you say it like that, bro?
Me I try to be perfect with it, you know. Me I call it nice like how she look. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah. So let me say big respect to the producers and, you know, the listeners out there, and, you know, each and everyone who, you know, help I and I to reach here. Let me say big respect to Mr. All. You know what I mean, in person.
Well,
I mean,
you've made the connection now, so you don't need him no more. All right, you got, all right.
Make it. Yeah, man. And let me say big respect to Mr. All wife as well too. You know, one of my #1 fan.
Sidekick.
You know, I call her sidekick, you know. Yes, man. Let me say big respect every time. Yeah, man. Ashley Irie, big up yourself, you know, One Perfect Love, you know, big up all of the artists them who I and I collaborate with, and, you know, all the people who work on the station. Let me say big respect. And Atlanta, love all the time, you know.
Tell everybody how they can contact you, follow the career, keep up with you, you know, and search the music, all that. Give them all the details.
If you want to contact me, well, Mr. All here is no stranger to you around here. You know what I mean? So it's the
governor
show at gmail.com. You know, you can find me there. And also, Imar Shepherd music at gmail.com. You know, you can get me there. You know, beside that, you know, you can reach out to different platforms like, you know, Facebook, you know, it's Impeccable Imar Shepherd Facebook. You know, you have Impeccable Imar Shepherd Instagram as well too. Once you Google Imar Shepherd, you will find me. And for the music, you know, you can check me out on all major digital platforms. You know, I don't know where Mr. All don't let me present. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm privileged. You know what I mean? So just check in, man. The name spell IMARSHEPHARD. Imar Shepherd, not Omar Shepherd.
Right.
Shepherd with an A.
Shepherd with an A. Yeah. And Mr. Hall, would you give everybody all of your socials and how they can view and connect with the Wayne Hall Show and yourself?
Yes. So Wayne Hall Show is simply that. You go on TikTok, it's at Wayne Hall Show. Facebook, at Wayne Hall Show. Instagram, at Wayne Hall Show. Threads, at Wayne Hall Show. Which one I left off? Anywhere you go, just do at Wayne Hall Show.
You still on X? Or did you X the X?
I didn't X it yet.
Present.
But yeah, it's all things. At Wayne Hall Show is universal. So once you do at Wayne Hall Show, then I do have a website, thewaynehallshow.com, and you can email waynehallshow@gmail.com or thewaynehallshow@gmail.com. You can telephone 678-431-9390. 678-431-9390. I see you just took up your pen. All right. And that's about it. That's all the places you can find the Wayne Hall Show.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen, both for coming through and gracing us in our audience with your presence today. We greatly appreciate it. Everybody, put those hands together out there in Radio Land and make noise for the man himself. Imar Shepherd and Wayne Hall right here. Lady Laleebela, we've gotten to the end of another good one. Time flies. Time flies. Now we've got a little ways to go, right? 13 years. All right. And we're only on episode 77 today. You know, we thought we was doing something, but we realized that why? All right, we have to keep at it.
Yeah.
We have to do something.
It's not just one prayer; it's a combination of prayers. I mean, many.
That's how good we are right there. This is the Island Heat Show. Prayer. I'm Imar Shepherd. Let's go.
Wake up this morning, feel so happy. Wake up this morning, I wanna thank you, Lord. When I close my eyes at night, reflecting on precious in life, got everything to be thankful for. In hindsight, get out my bed, have a little talk with God. Can someone spare me the moment? Let me tell you what I said. Feel so happy. Wake up this morning. Feel so happy. Wake up this morning. I wanna thank you, Lord. Sunrise in the east, relaxing in the fresh mountain breeze. Got no complaints, Mother Nature has been.
Reggae birthdays from this past week on the 25th, Queen Ifrica and Finley Quay.
And on the 27th, we've got Derek Morgan celebrating a birthday.
The 28th was Calissa McDonald.
And the 29th, Daddy Screw and Admiral T.
The 30th is Pablo Pavo.
And on the 31st, Mad Cobra and Anthony B celebrate birthdays.
And that's it for a massive show here on Island Heat. I'm your host, Lady Laleebela.
Alongside DJ Superpec. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love. Blessings.
Thank you, Lord. As I come before you, most heavenly Father.
Island Heat Caribbean Show, APAC Radio. Keep it locked. From yard to the street. Radio. Keep it locked.